Philly Live. I'm Sheila Watko, and I'm very excited today. A few weeks ago on NBC 10 News Today, we announced that a new litter of Siberian tiger cubs was born at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, Ocean County. And one of us was especially excited to hear all about these very sweet new arrivals.
Sheila, are you looking at this video, by the way?
Can I foster a tiger?
I bet you can. For Sheila Watko, I'm sure that they would say.
Cute.
Do they like studio apartments? Hopefully.
Yes.
Well, the team at Six Flags Great Adventure saw our show and reached out to invite me to meet the littlest tiger in the streak. That's the word for a group of tigers. And I've gotten to do a lot of really cool and exciting and fun things here on Philly Live, but this experience was one of the most memorable by far. Take a look. We are here at Six Flags Great Adventure with Nadia and her beautiful cubs, but I'm so excited because I'm about to earn my stripes in the veterinary clinic with a very special guest. Siberian tiger Nadia gave birth to 5 cubs. 4 of them are with her in the wild safari, but the smallest one needed a little bit of extra support.
Coral got her name because it means run. At 3 weeks of age, we noticed she was only about 2.5 pounds. Usually when they're first born, they're about 2.5 pounds when they start. However, her siblings, the 4 others, were about 6 pounds, so they were doing very well. So our vet staff decided to give her a little extra care and attention here in the clinic.
Coral makes a chuffing sound when she sees Dr. Kiefer and Stacy in the clinic.
That's how they greet the mom in the wild, and the mom will chuck back at them. So it's a friendly greeting that she's giving them.
Coral is about 15 pounds now, but one day she'll grow to weigh up to 300 pounds. She drinks 4 bottles a day, and I got to feed her one. Are you hungry?
So you can see right now she's getting a milk supplement. She's not quite on a meat diet yet, but she is getting a little bit more of a canned food. You can see it calms her down quite a bit. Do you love your Baba? You love your Baba like a real baby. But we're hoping to, like I said, once she's big enough, introduce her to maybe some of her siblings on safari.
Oh, that's really nice. Coral is a very busy baby. She was constantly on the move during our visit, taking breaks for just a few seconds before zooming off to something else very important.
She's very much like a little kitten, only growing very rapidly. So she does have those very sharp claws, those sharp canines. She has buttons. She has buttons.
Oh, does she like buttons?
She likes whatever she can find. Right?
And if you're wondering what was making those sounds during Stacy's interview, yes, that was Coral too.
She is a tiger, so we don't take that for granted by any means.
This cub loves to play. While her siblings in the safari practice their hunting skills on their mom, Coral practiced her hunting skills on us.
A lot of times, one of the ways that they hunt is when a prey turns around, that's when they pounce. So a lot of times when we're walking around, if she sees the backs of our feet is when she'll kind of practice.
She chomped on my bag, she chomped on my arms.
You taking a little bite?
But most of all, she chomped on her new favorite friend, our photojournalist, Derek Cheston. The wild safari is home to over 1,200 animals and 70 species, some of which are even extinct in the wild. There are only about 500 Siberian tigers left in the wild, meaning that Nadia's 5 cubs make up about 1% of the entire wild population.
So here at Six Flags, we do have the opportunity to give those guests a chance to learn about conservation and education and see some of these animals they wouldn't typically see in their natural environments.
I just love you so much.
We had the best play date with baby Coral, but soon it was time to say goodbye.
I think you're done.
Oh,
Yeah,
Coral. It was so nice to meet you. It was so nice to meet you, sweet girl.
I can speak for myself and for Derek when I say we will certainly miss our new friend Coral.
Sweet baby, I'll be back to see you when you're so big and pretty.
That was truly one of my very favorite experiences I've ever had in my life. Coral was so adorable, and it felt very once in a lifetime to get to play with her. How often do you meet a little baby tiger cub? If you want to see Nadia and all of her cubs, you can drive through the wild safari at Six Flags Great Adventure all season long. They're all out there except for little baby Coral. Coral has a little more growing left to do, but she'll be joining the safari very soon. Now, where my believer's at, Justin Bieber is returning to the stage. A medical condition forced him to postpone shows this summer, but he is now ready to resume his Justice World Tour. Love that song, love the Biebs. Bieber's first performance will be on July 31st in Italy. Last month, the singer put the tour on hold after doctors diagnosed him with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome. Philadelphia was one of the shows that was impacted, and there's been no update on when his North American dates might be rescheduled. A trio of country music singers won the hearts of the judges for America's Got Talent last night right here on NBC 10. Take a listen to what earned the musicians a golden buzzer. Oh, I love it so much. The country trio Chapel Hart came up with the original song, You Can Have Him, Jolene. It's a sequel of sorts to the classic Dolly Parton song. It had the crowd on its feet and earned a group golden buzzer from all 4 judges and host Terry Crews.
But for every single judge to agree and say that this is magic enough to give a golden buzzer, it was a moment of validation.
They are too cool. The golden buzzer sends Chapel Hart straight to the America's Got Talent live shows, which begin in 3 weeks. Now, change is something that happens whether we're ready for it or not. But if there's anything that can help us through a challenging time, it's a Philly attitude, or attitude. Queen of Fishtown is a new one-woman show about embracing change. I talked to writer and star Katie Rose Donahue about her play full of hope, heart, and profanity.
Forbes magazine said that Fishtown is the hottest growing neighborhood in America. Okay, calm down, Forbes.
Queen of Fishtown is a one-woman show that follows a Philly resident named Kathleen Burke who is struggling to accept changes happening in her Fishtown neighborhood, in her family, and in herself. On her 40th birthday, Kathleen gets a shocking surprise and has to learn how to embrace everything going on in her life.
The struggle of the show is how do you remain authentic to who you are, to your neighborhood, and also have to deal with inevitable change.
Creator Katie Rose Donahue plays all of the characters, including Kathleen, her husband, her kids, her boss, and Sister Mary Germain.
I'm in the principal's office. That would normally be very scary, except the principal of this school is a nun.
Queen of Fishtown was a hit at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. Katie Rose even met another Philly producer who showed up to her screening of Queen of Fishtown with his wife in Eagles jerseys.
At the top of the show, I have an announcement, where the emergency exits are and whatnot. And we're doing the Philly dialect. And so at the end of the announcement, it's like, sit back, relax, and as always, go Birds. And they were in the audience and they were like, go Birds!
She'll be taking the show to London and Edinburgh later this summer, but first she had to stop home.
I thought, there's no way that I can take this show all over the world and not take it to Philly first. And first of all, give them my heart and soul and say thank you, thank you, thank you. But also, hopefully they don't throw tomatoes at me. I think they're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's freezing cold half the year, sweat through your eyeballs the rest. We get like 2 good weather days. And I worked them both, freaking DMV.
This is a universal story. There are women like Kathleen Burke, who lives in Fishtown, all over the world. And there are Fishtowns all over the world. I think people come away saying, yeah, why aren't women allowed to express how they're really feeling? I hope that they come away feeling good, being entertained, feeling hopeful. It's all heart. It's a love letter to Philadelphia. You've got to come see Queen of Fishtown.
Queen of Fishtown runs tonight through Sunday at Skinner Studio in Plays and Players Theater in Rittenhouse Square. To get tickets, visit the Philly Live section of NBC10.com or the NBC 10 app. The MLB All-Star Game is in the history books, and the Phillies begin their very important second half of the season this weekend. And Peacock is your place to catch all of the action this Sunday against the Chicago Cubs. I'm showing you some great brunch options to make sure you are well fed as you catch MLB Sunday leadoff on Peacock. That's coming up next on Philly Live. Welcome back to Philly Live. The Phillies begin the second half of their season this weekend when the Chicago Cubs come to town for a 3-game series. And make a date with MLB Sunday leadoff on Peacock, who's exclusively streaming Sunday's game. We all know baseball and delicious food go hand in hand, so I took a trip to a very popular Philly spot to check out some options for brunch in the big leagues.
This Sunday, the Phillies are playing the Cubs on Peacock, and if you need something to eat while you watch the game, Federal Donuts is your place to be. So there are locations all over the city. There's one right in the ballpark.
Correct. Section 140, down there in the left field line.
Yes, and right now, though, we're at the largest location, 1776 the Ben Franklin Parkway. And Tom Henneman, you're here to walk us through this delicious spread of options that we have, including something for brunch.
I am. And listen, this is the toughest part of my job, is talking about fried chicken and donuts and donut lattes.
And smelling it all.
And smelling the hot fresh. See, the hot fresh, you got to get that aroma.
Oh, they smell so good.
That's what it's all about. So if you are at the game this weekend, you can get a hot fresh donut. Then there's section 140. I recommend the strawberry lavender. That's my favorite. It's a hot fresh donut. We cook it and then we toss in sugar. Can't miss.
Promise you, it smells delicious. Probably even tastes better.
Also, if you are at the game, in addition to the hot fresh donut, my move, and actually one of the top 3 best sandwiches I've ever had was at Citizens Bank Park, and I think about it often, and it looked a little something like that. So you can go down there in section 140, get yourself a nice fried chicken sandwich.
So crispy. Is that a special sauce?
That's our special rooster sauce. It's a twice fried breast, and then we dust it in buttermilk ranch seasoning, a little bit of a pickle on a potato roll.
I'm gonna faint the ranch seasoning. The pickle looks delicious.
Do I have to wait?
You want to dig in right now?
I'm salivating now. I'm getting really hungry. So
I am too. Tell me though, we also have brunch options. If you're watching the game from home, want to pick something up.
If you are at home, I suggest our breakfast sandwich, which is right here. So we take a nice steamed and fried egg, put a little bit of crispy bacon on there, Cooper Sharp, nice cherry pepper relish, also on a potato roll. I recommend this one for you.
Okay.
You take care of that one, I'll take care of the chicken
This
sandwich.
sounds perfect, Tom. All of this smells delicious. It looks delicious. I love the crispy fried egg patty. I've not seen something like that before. And it's going to be the perfect way to watch the game.
It is. And then you wash it down. I don't know if you're able to get this angle here, but we have a donut latte. And it is out of this world. It's espresso layered with donut milk that we steep with special ingredients. It's not and then you end up with a nice little design here on top.
It smells delicious. Very cinnamon sugary. Cheers. Cheers. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a delicious latte.
That's my move. If you come to any of our stores, if you're going to come for breakfast, I would recommend the breakfast sandwich right here. The breakfast sandwich and that donut latte.
You can't go wrong. That is such a creative drink. That is delicious. All right, you're going to try the chicken sandwich. I'm going to try the egg sandwich.
We're going to do another little cheers here.
Amazing. Cheers. Thank you so much for having us.
And this is, so this is the hardest part of my job.
This is definitely the hardest part. Go Phillies.
It's hard. Let's go, Phillies.
Catch the Phillies taking on the Chicago Cubs for MLB Sunday leadoff exclusively on Peacock. Live coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. Thank you all so much for watching Philly Live. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I'm Sheila Watko. Make sure you follow our new Philly Live Instagram page at NBC Philly Live. You can follow me, Sheila Watko, follow our friend Anya Lachelle, and tomorrow we are packing up for the Poconos. Have a great day.